Homeowners beware. This hasn't happened in count them, 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For those of you who don't know algebra like your old buddy Josh, or arithmetic, I'm not sure. Calculus? I don't know what it is, but that's what it is. 5 years. Check this out. This came across my feed today in realtor.com. Right here. Sellers beware. More homes. This is sellers, but it's homeowners too. I'm going to share with you why. And there's some positive news here. More homes on the market are going stale due to this big listing mistake. All right, right here. In December 2024, half of all active listings had sat on the market for 70 days, which is the longest time since December 2019. Half of all active listings has sat on the market for at least 70 days, which is up from 61 just last year. Worse, the share of the super stale listings that have languished on the market for more than 180 days is also creeping up, hitting 24.3% last month, the highest since 2020. I mean, that's for people who have got their homes on the market for at least 180 days. That's over half a year. Overpricing is the main culprit for listings becoming stale, says this guy, Joel Berner. While home prices are still growing at the national level, they're doing so much more slowly than previously. All right, that's kind of creepy right here. And you're going to see right here, median days on the market increased the most in Nashville by 22 days. It took 22 days longer for your house to get sold in Nashville. Crazy from last year. At the state level, there are 12 states where homes are now spending more time in the market than they did at any time in 2017 through 2019. We're talking almost 8 years. There are 12 states now where homes are staying on the market longer than they did even 8 years ago. Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Hawaii, Idaho, Nevada, Oregon, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, and Washington. The homes are staying on the market longer than they did 8 years ago. Crazy. Higher rates have softened demand, slowing the market, and yet interestingly enough, it's not only the higher rates softening demand, the listing prices are too high. And as we can see, what's happening here is the median list price of homes is down 1.8% from a year ago. That's a big impact on CPI. That's why I'm pretty optimistic about CPI numbers, because CPI, the significant portion of CPI is what? Is owner's equivalent rent, housing costs, rent itself. So when the CPI numbers start showing up, and CPI is a lagging data set for, or housing costs are a lagging data set for CPI. So when these things start getting reflected in, the CPI numbers will drop for sure. But the price of eggs is through the roof. Okay. Home sales have slowed to a snail's pace, following 2 consecutive years of the lowest transaction volume since 1995. I thought it'd be fun to look at houses that are trading for single-family homes, 3-bed, 2-bath, up to $350,000. A lot of people say you can't find a house less than $300,000. I mean, less than $500,000 or $400,000. I said yes, you can. So let's just take a look, shall we? Let's look around Williamsburg, because Williamsburg is a nice town, and right there. And I haven't looked. I've looked at. Here's Williamsburg right here. So we'll look at this one, 330. Let's take a look at this guy. 330. Let's take a look, shall we? And Williamsburg is a nice town. This guy's 3-bed, 3-bath, 1,424 square foot on 0.3 acres, built in 1995. 330 is the listing price right there. Basically $2,000 a month. Come seen this pristinely maintained 3-bed, 2.5-bath home with a Williamsburg address in York County, wherever that is. And we can see the street view here. So this is 330. Oh, that's a cute little house right there on a regular street right there. Right on, man. I don't see any gangsters out there selling crack. No, I do not. And you don't either. So let's go back to the map and let's just show it out here a little bit. All right, so there's 64 right there. All right, so that's Route 64. Anyway, so that's 339 for that house in Williamsburg. Let's actually see what it looks like on the inside. Yeah, so there you go. Nothing wrong with that. You got a stairs, 2-story. Got electricity, got electric range. That sucks, but there you go. You got some dated wallpaper and a fridge that's dated. But all right. So anyway, so $339 a month. So let's take our trusty calculator, shall we? All right. If my calculations are correct, if we had $339 without any down payments, our present value, 0 future value, 360 payments, and I would just say 7% of our interest rate. We have a monthly payment of $22.55 a month for that guy. And let's take a look at property taxes. And that's without any down payment. Just using that for example. And we're going to look at property tax on this guy is what? And it seems like a nice little house there. Nothing wrong with that. Property tax $1,800, so that's another $150 a month. So basically $2,500 a month for this guy. All right. Does it have a garage? Yeah, it's got a 1-car garage. Yep, on 3/4, more than a quarter acre right there. Does it give us a thing on the backyard here? Let's take a look here. Let's just look in here. Blink. We're gonna make this guy be the map satellite. Yeah, look at that. Back up to woods. I mean, look at that, dude. It's freaking fantastic. Fantastic. All right, and then let's just say look at the schools. Everyone's like, "That's schools, Josh. That's schools." Oh, they got the schools in here someplace. I think they do. Monthly payment. The skis. All right, the schools are 6, 7, and 10. 6, 7, and 6, excuse me. All right, so let's take a look at my first house, shall we? First house we ever owned had 2-car garage, a 3-bed, 2-house, a bathhouse, 1,251 square foot. We bought for $110 back in 1998. Now they're saying it's worth $402. I highly suspect that's not right, but anyway, it's $110, and we got also a mortgage at 7%. 110 is our present value, 0 is our future value, everything else is the same. Our payment is $731. All right, so this guy, that's without property tax, and I think the property tax, what were the property taxes here? I can't remember. I wonder what actually, I don't remember what property taxes are in Phoenix. I can't remember. Property tax. Oh, they try to list it. Look at that. They try to listen 2 years ago. Same thing. Property tax 1885. We got 2-car garage. It's a ranch, all right, and it's on a postage stamp of a piece of land. I think it's like 8,000 square foot, if even that. All right, so let's take a look. So if I had 731, and we are 28 years, we got that in 1998, so 27 years ago. Yeah, 27 years ago is our number of years. 731 was our present value. We didn't make any payments, and we're going to say was the other one's 2,200 future value. That, oops, 1 second. Blink. We're going to change that to 1. Blink. There we go. Oops, there we go. Enter. There we go. Compute. That increased by 4% a year in terms of monthly cost. 4.2% a year. Not small, but certainly not hyperinflationary. Just not. So the price of that house in Phoenix went up by 4.2% a year, given what it costs now versus that house in Williamsburg. The difference is that house in Williamsburg has a bigger lot. It's got 2 floors. The house in Phoenix had a bigger garage, a tiny lot. So we take it as a width. So then we look at the house we bought in Dayton, Virginia, 3-4 years later. All right, so let's check this out. It's a house that we had in Dayton, Virginia. No garage, no carport or anything. Back then when we bought it, I think we paid $140 for it or something. How much? I can't remember. $140. This is in 2001. Yeah, 2001. I only have 3 beds, 1 bath. All right, not even half baths, just 1 bath. Now we expanded on it. We got we got a master bedroom and another bath. So now I think it's 4.2, and it sold for $373 a year and a half ago. Yeah, about a year and a half ago. Property tax on this guy was, let's see here. Property tax, it wasn't very much. I remember that because about the same thing, $1,700. And I think the lot of land is 0.4, I believe 0.4 acres, something like that. About 20,000 square feet, about 20,000 square feet, something like that. I can't remember. Hey, but no garage. But that was only 3.1 when we bought it. Anyway, so the issue where I'm going with this is that the price of housing is obviously coming down to be more reasonable, and partly is because people are listing it too high, having higher listing prices, which can make the market stretch on longer, which is going to make more price comes down because they're listing too high, and on top of that, the higher mortgage rates as well. So I think this will be a big impact on inflation, and I think it's going to be a big impact on people's affordability as well, because while the price of housing goes down, the price of labor has not gone down. It just hasn't. It keeps going up. So this will make house more affordable, and it's about time, frankly. So, all right, love your thoughts. God bless. What's going on in your neck of the woods? So let me know. I'd love to hear that. We'll see ya.